Hit it directly on front of my keyboard. Go down. Get it, for fuck's sake. Oh. So awkward. I bet you don't want to stay there. Did it remember all the shit I did in here, or did it just save? Seems so. Still have no idea how the hell to get down there. Gather information. That's bug, isn't it? Wham, wham. There has to be a way of getting down there. Well, obviously, but I understand why I'm being so restless. Must be somewhere from the sea, the stage.
It's locked, all right.
Oog, oog. This is the one I keep opening. Where's this lead? It's just here and then back up. It's useless. God damn, where's Sawbones when you need him?
Stay close, guys.
I'm trying to stay close, I can't fucking find it. Maze of a building. Huh? Aha! Nando's place. Is this even it? Probably not. Extra not. It's like the hospital where you have to go to the top floor to take an elevator down to the bottom.
Have no fear, brother.
Ass fuck, goddamn. No, goddamn. At least outside. There might be a downways.
Return later.
Will I? All I can say is goddamn. It has to be in there. It appears to be in some sort of inaccessible basement. Well, maybe that's now what I can talk to What's-Her-Face about, although that doesn't look like one of the ones here.
Shall prevail!
Investigate after, yes. Migi Grabbelmogo. Might be somewhere I can poot to from somewhere, like the other place there. An inoogled poot place. It's that fucking guy again.
Don't forget to check every door.
Well, I'm trying. Fuck, I can't find every door. Like Kingdom for a fucking mini map. Keep running through the same shit again and again. There must be something I'm missing somewhere. Right, take Ding Dong. I am helplessly lost. And that is also true. This is this door and it's
I
locked.
cannot enter.
Fuck. Really?
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Now I'm allowed. Nice.
Have no fear.
I fear and NP.
Die, vermin!
It's locked.
What a guy.
It's locked, all right.
Hmm. Primate. Mm-hmm. Purest heart mixed with blood of a king.
Blood of a
Martial
pure heart.
thing, I guess.
Garlic. Blood of a king. I don't understand.
Just anyone these days. Evidence run save. Rodney has the key.
I should find the key to that box. It's locked.
Rodney who?
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
Yeah. His stethoscope's pretty good at sticking around his neck.
I think you're hiding something, Edgar.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Why would the Guard of Priwen believe you and I created the vampire epidemic?
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Why is the Guard of Priwen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Priwen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
I'll fight him.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theater. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
How dare you judge me? Must I name the alarming list of your victims?
We are both deceivers. But at least I know I'm a monster.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then. Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
Enough!
The stethoscope seems to clasp together at the back. No one ever seems to die that we see when we try to vampire them. But that was why the old lady had a picture of Doris Fletcher in her room. That's where I came in. Wasn't it? Aha. Yeah, I think it's because we have extra Satan blood or something.
It's too quiet. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's double the XP now. Where's that dude? Oh. Hola!
I have. I can now open the box.
What box? Oh. The box. The books. The 1, 2, 3 binno bin. Ah, he did. Fuck. Like her eye. Doctor box. Unflight. Oh, heads up. In about 20 or so minutes, I have to quickly
really don't know if I should read
AFK
this.
to do some shit. Investigation failed. Mm-hmm. Fucking. Okay, right. I think I might just have had a stroke trying to read the sentence you wrote there. So this dongulist just literally sits there and
I can't believe it.
fucking is the main primate. And all he does is sit there and read his tarot cards. Was that the guy that they were earlier saying should not be... Oh, that guy. No, sorry, that makes sense. No, that was Lucius Dominguez. We brain fucked him. And then he apparently died almost immediately after anyway. Dr. Swansea's already back at the hospital. He moves fast, this dead boy of ours.
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood.
Sorry, sir.
I must tell Elizabeth.
No admittance. This one's mine! Get them weapons ready! We found one! Stop!
I was mainly just lost in the last one, I think.
Cross the leash, boys! Die, vermin!
Aggravated damage. That's ass. Yeah. The frame rate, yeah. I want to try that other ass. I haven't really tried out. Man's all alone in the hospital. I see how he's doing. If he got vampired or if we have to fight him. This is the hospital, isn't it? Still is critical, hasn't collapsed. Even though it's literally only him left. Hi. It's very dark here now. Are you not home? Is supposedly. Downstairs. To go down we must go up, I think. Meet him in the arena of us. It's kind of like the Temple of Love, but with longer loading times. Nah, this is not where he is. Biggie Grabble Bobo. Where the hell is Swanstickle then?
It's locked, all right.
Forever locked. Is that him over there? Is this some blood splorts? Splorts. Don't think he's anywhere really. He seemed dead anyway. Maybe I need Wubble before he comes back, or maybe Wubble clears the thing. There's also an event up there. God damn it! No wait, that's a bug, isn't it? Are you anywhere, Doctor? I'm thinking so at this point. Made me come back here and he's not home. Huff. Not much of an event. Fuck him, I guess. Well, when these things, these event things, usually occur, and apparently they are missable. I'm gonna try and wobble, see what happens. Can't bin me in here, mate. He shoves them all out. He's still around. It's also hostile now. That seems to be okay. Nice, what a good amount of skillings. Build a nation bench. Oh, nice. Well, that's how it functionates. Arthur's blood. Well, mate had some of that in the canteen. Oh man, is it still on the floor down there? William Marshall says in the Hellfire ass. Let's see if the events have disappeared. No, he'll still talk. Probably means that she might actually talk as well now.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top. Oh Christ!
Did that guy yell, "I'm Christ"? Trying to reset.
We have to stop it.
Use the other one. I'm more used to it. Spring's probably better, but put Congulation back there. Doesn't help everything's a fucking fist. My foot's asleep. Was that a rat? No, it's just... No, it's some blue. Fuck it. It's barricade the hospital. What is the meaning, Swansea? Bit weird considering there aren't any men in there.
It's locked.
Is that Banan? No. Fucking things. I saw you spawn in over there. Fucking things. How does one penetrate the perimeter? Swansicle. He's back in his office. You look well.
Jonathan, my dear, I can never thank you enough.
Thank me for what? You're nothing but the prince of a fallen kingdom. Pembroke is a graveyard, littered with corpses and skulls.
Indeed, but is it not your own doing, Jonathan? How could it end, truly, when you have plunged your fangs into so many throats hereabouts?
Yeah. They do, yes.
What about the Brotherhood? Will they eject you?
I remain a member. I have information to provide now. Intelligence from the other side, if I may say so.
They won't banish you.
Not so long as I behave.
Have you news of Geoffrey McCullum? I'm sure both of you would have quite an interesting discussion after recent events.
He left the hospital without being treated for the severe beating you gave him. We'll meet again soon enough.
Does not the prospect of meeting him as a vampire thrill you? The two old enemies reunited post-mortem.
Maybe we could even share a glass of wine. I really don't know if he will accept his condition. He has spent his life beheading leeches, you know.
How do you feel since you changed?
Absolutely fine. Did you know I can determine the health of every patient or nurse just by looking at him? Fascinating.
Have you taken a life yet, Edgar?
Don't you think that's a private matter? I would not ask you such an indiscreet question.
Do you feel the hunger?
Yes. It's very peculiar, not like mortal hunger at all. It's like I'm never sated. Fortunately, blood is no rare commodity at Pembroke.
What a man.
What will you do now that you are immortal?
Experiment, my dear colleague. I have an eternity to make scientific progress. I could be the only scientist able to undertake extreme experiments upon himself.
My God, Edgar. Did you learn nothing from your forays into folly?
I have, I swear. No more experiments on mortals. See? I said mortals. How quickly the mind adapts.
What a boy.
What kind of experiments?
Who knows? Nervous shock, brain damage, pain and recovery. There's almost no limit to what my body can now endure. I could be the next Henry Head.
I'm gonna give myself some brain damage, then analyze what happened
Goodbye,
afterward.
Edgar.
That's most certainly a thing. I bet I have to go get the fucking blood from up here. But I'm not allowed to until I've talked to Asbury. My kingdom for fast travel. Had a little ass canteen he threw over here.
It's locked, all right.
Probably the same guy that gave us one, or maybe the Indian guy outside who accidentally was proclaimed a doctor in the war and said, I'm not actually a doctor, there was a mistake, clerical error, and it's like, tough luck, you're a doctor, shit. Probably something like that. Okay, I have to briefly go take some laundry from the thing and put it in the dryer. It'll take about 5 minutes or something. BRB. Lying prick barber, son of a bitch. Fucking laundromat says 70 minutes ago over there. 70 minutes have passed. 3 minutes left. Liar, liar, pants ablaze. Shit, I accidentally drew my weapon and now I run slower. Plant didn't really do benefit any from being watered. Wonderful place to do that in, you absolute knob. Fuck off.
How dare you interfere with me?
Lord Pissbottom. Aye, fucking, you tell it. Fucking who could luck. Now I can finally see this crap here. Hopefully. Might still just be bugged and still be in there. Yep. You're supposed to be missing.
Welcome back, John.
How are things going in the dispensary?
Not good. Darius Petrescu has been killed.
Everyone's been killed.
He was old and sick in troubled times. He didn't have a chance.
I never would have been able to run the dispensary without his help and support. I'll miss him so much.
Show me what you have in stock, please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be an event here, but there is not. She's supposed to be gone, but she is not. Any more event thingies going on anywhere? No. Just have to go talk to Asbury. Which will probably send me back to the fucking hospital. There's that thing that said antidote, King Arthur's ball sack or whatever. It's quite clearly the thing the dude dropped. No, because I think she's just bugged out. Because she's said as missing. So I think she just had a meltdown or something, code-wise. She's supposed to respond to, I think, dudes dying. And I think too many of them dying all in one go. it might have cued her having a comment on all of them every time I wobble. He's doing them one at a time.
Steady, boys, we've got one of them.
There we go. It is indeed fair, her getting a bit weird. Fuck you. Asshole.
I'll put an end to you.
I sneeze. I hurt neither my balls, my ass, or my toe. I consider that a triple success. I bet she's finished it where we look like Satan
What good
now.
fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Alright, Barrel.
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Goddamn. Yeah, it could also be that anyone attempted to be healed with that sort of with vampire bullshit while sick with something like the Spanish flu. That will just happen no matter who it's from. It would explain all the scabs.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know
Best
where to
stay back,
find what
sir.
I need.
Turn around.
See how he dressed? Looks like an aristocrat.
This one's mine. Look at it. Vicious bugger.
I'm huffy, I have to go back there. I literally just came from there. I was even there to pick it up. Well, I mean, there's a scientific approach to some of it they take, where they wonder about things, and other things
I
it just
cannot
takes
use
for given.
garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Hmm? Oh. Okay, so we are not going back to get his canteen thing. Where's the old morgue? Over here and around. I mean, fuck these benches. Oh, yo, yo, yo. It is. Man has the big man knee tank upstairs.
You're made.
Busters. Wait, where's the stairwell?
He's dead. Bloody leader. I heard him. That's what you do with
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Wait, what? I thought garlic didn't work on vampires. I thought they were making fun of that earlier as superstition. Now he's all like, yeah, fuck it. Garlic bins me. Dr. Binsack, goddamn. Complete weirdo. Okay, so I didn't actually have to go back up there and get the blood. Let's go up ways, I guess. He's happy as me. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's like that pizza I had on that island where I went with Rumpy. That could probably have put her off garlic. The manner in which I was saturated with it.
Crush the leech, boys.
The Leech Boys. Rival gang to
Yeah.
Wet Slop fucks.
Over there! You leech! Burn!
Yeah, what? Fuck's sake. Guess I'm not allowed through the door anymore. Can only say that. God damn it.
I'll put an end to you!
Maybe I can actually go across over there instead. Since this gate is keeping me out. Fucking internet and its gatekeeping. Follow the slop over here, I guess.
I'll take it! I hate leeches!
I cannot enter.
Oh, it's a shortcut. They can open it from the other side. Fucking hell. Stop making me run everywhere. I don't know. Maybe he was hoping there weren't any vampires there, so he wouldn't get binned quite so hard. If only I could go out of combat mode so I could run a little faster. It doesn't help I get lost a lot.
There's one of them vermin! Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
What's out, boys, he says as he starts holying. As if that will bin them as well.
It's a leech! Kill it!
What an ass.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
If I can't get in through here, I
If
will
McCullum
shit.
really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
Oh, this is McCullum.
Good evening, vampire hunter.
Are you here to mock me, Reed?
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you? You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
I'm his boss. So So I can stand however fucking close I want. Motherfucker.
A creature called a disaster is about to be unleashed. It falls upon me, as once it did Marshall, to stop it before the whole country is ravaged.
I should have destroyed that book. And yet, I wish I could join this battle alongside you. But this crusade is not mine to fight.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies! Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
I want your crossbow.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Pre-Wing. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
Alright. With a last name like Eldritch, you're kind of set in your career, I guess.
How are you adapting to immortality?
I feel so powerful it gives me shivers. I could be the greatest vampire hunter ever. Your worst nightmare, in truth.
Will you leave the Guard now that you are what you are?
Are we not creatures of deceit? I could hide my nature from my men, or name a successor. Go my own way. I know not yet my path.
Will you hunt me down?
You're a vicious beast, Reed. Perhaps the city needs you at this time, but I shall not forget what you did.
Farewell, my progeny.
Do not stretch your luck, Reed.
A nice sword, though. Give it here. Fuck this shit.
Look at it! Vicious bugger!
Stupid beast!
I'm not sure that would happen. I actually don't know what he was doing there.
It's one of them!
What was he doing there? Did anyone actually understand that?
Stay back!
I may have zoned out. Praying respect. Are you sure? Maybe. Maybe. Well, he was also vampire fighting, so I guess that was okay. Oh, you fuck off. One last Nando's Oogle. He's had a pretty bad everything. He was a womp womp forever. No, I think she's still fuckinated. Ion Petrescu. The kiltest man. You think he's going near at his thing? Well, I mean, he was having a shit time even before. Vampire's alright, especially considering it's so weird. Supposedly you can have blood without assing, but yeah, I suppose what Ashgrave did was make sucky on people when actually embraced them when they were dying anyway. Other than that, he got blood transfusions from what's his face.
Don't you know better?
Fucking Egons. Hurry up.
Whose blood purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare no drop.
I hope I can insert Redgrave into himself. That would please me greatly.
You are not welcome here.
Fuck ass. Are any of you Lord Redgrave? No. Wait a second. Yeah. No, I mean, that guy in the doorway. What he's saying is actually pretty clever. Because apparently we need invitations to go in. So when he says that, we can't go in. So he's being very specific. So we can't fuck around. Oh, that's a what? Scal? What's it called? Scal Ica Beast. I can't go into Google mode to see what it is. This angers me. All I know is I must taste it. Yeah. I wish they had established a bunch of that stuff earlier in the game, because we're like, what, three quarters through the game when he says, I didn't need an invitation to go in here. That's not a good sign, as if, uh-oh, so people are dead here and ownership has forfeited or something. But in the beginning they talked about the garlic thing being bullshit, but apparently he now thinks that it is, or he was just being funny. Supposedly he was a funny guy.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Are you for a match?
Wrong button. Not what I meant to do. Oh, there he is.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
All is already lost. The city verges on collapse. The epidemic has spread so widely. Disgusting scals are everywhere.
The epidemic could be stemmed if I destroy the original carrier. England can be saved, but only with Marshall's blood.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
But it's not your maker, which we know, which also means that we should probably know that it might not even be his blood either.
Stop this farce. Marshall never was your maker. I have no idea how you acquired his blood, but I need it now.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
He took that very well, as if he only has one voice line for either of those
You again?
responses
I
to
have
him.
a few questions to ask.
You hold in that vial the most sacred blood of all. I can help you no more. We all count on you, Dr. Reed, for tragedy is imminent.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Was it "You're not welcome" guy here, guy? I binned. Damn it, KY. Don't think What's Her Face ever learned that I ate her daughter. That's probably good. Finest quality. Fuck. That is all I look for. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, we're home. Where we live-o. Finest quality sausage. Nice. Gonna burninate some fuck. Not sure if that's actually any good at all. Ooh. This thing might be even good better than the one we're using. It is notn't. Fuck.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
I will never shoot the inaccurate. Oh damn, comrade. Oh, that was fortunate. Two sewer holes I can penetrate the perimeter through. Nice. Maybe. There's cold fingers growing back on iron. What, like my dad? He's a blood phantom. Seems like a swell bloke as well. I thought that was a pile of skulls. Damn, they candle business is good, almost as good as Fisk market painting. Upgrade certain weapons in case I need them against herdery and I'm not allowed to fuck around later. Don't know if I can swap loadout in Wombat. How much does my scratchy cost? I'm actually wondering. Might be better for my ass to fuck around. 20, okay, so that thing chops 10 blood backo. I've had that one, fucking 18 blood backo, so it's like 1-2 extra stab. I am sladdened that I can't ass up. Fuck's sake. There's cold fingers. Talking about Rampart. I think I actually already cleared this. Usually shit respawns though.
It's locked, all right.
Alas. Phantom fingers sound weird. This is the way to the ghoul hole. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Bricks and pricks. Diversity pile. I become patella non grata.
This place has been ransacked.
Oh, not the Scowls.
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
I hear Gruntulist. Scan for men. Hopefully tank top Bridget isn't slain. Gotta find Gary at Richard otherwise.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Like a slug. Oh, it's Mr. Rat. Follow her through the way I already came. slop drop. Oh, lo, slop drop.
Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
Sometimes the opposite is true. That sentence. On the subject of pulling out. Hey, it's Dad. Hey, mate.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Oh, you're agitating for patronymblicide.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Oh man, Dad's progressive.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
Couldn't even shave his face. Can't shave the land, you'll have.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
Why are you blue in certain crabs?
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
No, my dad's a puddle.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Fucking sugar daddy made of blood, which means I could probably kill him with the insulin I'm carrying around.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Aye, Daddy Brimley.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
Thanks, Noden man.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Our dad seems alright.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance.
Skalbunk. Nah.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars! All of you! My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, You must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
She is a bit fucky.
I was a good mother.
Is this a dream?
Ah.
Is this anger I feel? Is it wrath?
Fuck you.
I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Fuck. I'm not the man who aims much.
Feed me, give me their lives.
Oh fuck. I think it's primarily toilet blood, sadly.
Such innocence, such guilt.
I'm not allowed to heal myself, apparently. Doesn't have a stun bar either, the slag.
Eat, for this is my body.
Putting sneaky things under the blood there.
Such innocence,
That actually worked.
Eat, for this is my body.
Ow. Actually, that didn't hurt that badly. What's he doing? Am I allowed to change weapon now that I've run out of ass? Aha! I can't just walk out of that. See, I made a map marker moving my weapons around.
Give me more! They are so young, so tasty!
Water in the club.
Do you think your champion defeated me, my child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Her tits were trying to flee her sternum under her, into her armpits.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over. I have avenged my poor Mary.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
What woman? Does he mean Elizabeth?
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient, malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
But he doesn't know if it's her. Have I mentioned this is a good looking game? This is a good looking game. Minus that car, maybe.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Yeah, the sun's coming up. Better don't go and piss. Dad.
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
Time. It's pretty long. I think we what 20-30 hours so far.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
The old queen of egg.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
Puddledad's a fine man. I will not beat him up.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
In their leader, you now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
Fucking subtitles.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
Edgar? Are you serious?
In a manner, you opened the way for him by slaying Usher Talltree. Clever if you had planned it. But a mistake most sinister if you did not.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
Subtitles.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
And so we die, the sun coming up, while we stand here yammering.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
It's more not with 2 hours. He should just have gone yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes. That would make me giggle.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Dad. Weirdo.
It's locked.
Failed.
Castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
You were in the sun when I was over here. Car. No, I can't climb, can only poot. So we died, having beaten 50 million men, but a pile of rocks defeated us. Aha. What a sun. Look.
Elizabeth moved Charlotte's body here. Does she know something?
Oh, Charlotte. What a shame. What a rotten day to die. Yeah, you should then burn until the sun asses down. Oh, I was hoping to fuck the final barrel. I want to oogle things before I accidentally plot. Still in oogle things mode, right? Fuck. Big ass cross. We don't seem that asked about the sun. Oh. Portiniculus. Do go up and he's all like, sorry, not taking visitors and we have to stay outside and burn all day. He's like, fuck.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She
That's you
must be
being
here
weird.
somewhere.
Yeah. White stone trouser.
I cannot enter.
I'm glad the Oasis tutor got work. What a creature.
This castle is falling apart.
There has to be a Fisk picture. There was certainly a painting that was going on like swings in there, right? Yeah. And that was when the other disaster was 60, 60, 60. Yeah, I'm thinking there'll be a Fisk market somewhere.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt. And it holds something special inside.
Something dead. There has to be at least one Fisk. She looks a bit of a doofus there. Ah, I thought that was Fisk Market.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
I don't use perfume, I just fart. Yeah. No Fisk Market. Oh, there's a Van Gogh. Jacob Blackwood. Goddamn. I don't want to accidentally run into her. Right then. It's through the wall. None of this has any Fisk. But that's the painting of this place, isn't it? That was also in her house. Fisketta? Goddamn. Of course. Don't know why I'd eat rats here.
This painting looks suspicious. A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
She knew that shit. A lot of Fisk, yeah. No Fisk here yet. Not even here, god damn. It's the ideal place for a Fisk market. Because the game autosaves if I accidentally run into plot. And I don't have all the clues or whatever to talk to some ass. Well, fuck me. Gotta replay. I hate shit like that in games like this. A sword and a moon. There's my ass.
What did Elizabeth discard here? The painting or the model?
We're looking for Fisk. Yeah. It's very important. Very impressed though with the lack of Fisk so far.
One last switch and...
Oh.
Voila.
Voila. kept her Fisk in check, I guess. Yeah, I'm kind of missing the Fisk market now. Bitte. Bind. Okay, so this guy, if I ask properly, fought the previous disaster, got infected because he couldn't find insulin or whatever, and nibbled his daughter, and now she's all like, wow. Right. That's a lot of text. Oh, Fisk picture, where are you? I'm certainly here to fight her. The old 1-2 no bullshit. My monitor being weird. Guess it's just a vision
Drop your
thing.
sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and savior of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
I don't know, sun up?
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
But you had your whole life there.
Not anymore. Especially after my dear Charlotte was murdered.
Sorry about that.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
No. London is doomed. The East End, Whitechapel, the West End. So many districts gone. And soon the whole country will follow.
This city has been rotten to the core for so long. If it wasn't this plague, it would have been wiped out by another catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
This city, you're not in London anymore, mate.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
But you have. Goddamn.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon, who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Econ for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth.
Oh.
But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan.
But why?
I loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse, forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes? Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
The same antidote we poked into ourselves before assing.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
That's a very fine metaphor.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
I admit to skimming the thing we read outside, but I thought he fought the thing or something, and he got infected, and he nibbled her, and then he cured her, and now he's all like, fuck.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
He's talking about fucking basilisk, god damn.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
GN geology trousers.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it would be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long, as she releases me.
Gross.
Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
Who cares? We are vampires. We are death.
No, Jonathan. I won't bring another disaster into this world.
I can't lose you, Elizabeth. Even if it means putting the whole world at risk.
How can you say such an awful thing? Where is the Jonathan I once saved from a scowl in this abandoned factory?
I'm not that frightened man anymore. I've learned so much. Done so much.
I see. So there is nothing worth living for in this world anymore. Farewell, my love.
Farewell.
Awkward forced romance, ho!
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child, born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung and your path chosen. England is safe, the price paid most dear. But what do you care? You are the one who keeps killing. You've chosen your path, my fallen champion, like others before you. Prey to lust and desire, slave to the everlasting thirst. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas, she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Very fine. Probably, yeah. There's apparently some bad ones as well. But this is basically what we wanted, I think. Very fine. That was alright. May I quit? Is that a thing you can do from the main menu? Or can you only go into a game and quit from there? Jump time. Okay, well, time for watching. I'm going to go do the rest of the laundry and fuck around with mods for RimWorld. I want to stream RimWorld, but fucking around with mods for RimWorld is something that takes a long time. So that there might not be a stream, depending on how long. But, yeah, time for watching, and,